Hello everyone. Through this video, we'll learn some basic string operations in Java. In our previous video, you have studied how string is being created in three different ways and how we'll write down the programs. But Java software people, they have given a lot of opportunities or lot of methods they have given which are predefined in string so that your task will be much more easier. Okay. So one of the operation is string concatenation, that if you learn what is concatenation is all about, then first string, suppose it is containing Java, second string is program. Okay, if you'll concatenate the second string after the first string, my result will be Java program. Okay, so it's like combining two strings is known as a string concatenation. Okay, so it creates a new string by combining more than one strings. Okay, but how to concatenate two strings in Java? We can do by using two different ways. Either you can use plus operator or you can use a predefined method concat, so that your objective can be fulfilled. Okay, so let's see through the programming or through example that how we can concat two strings. Okay, concat two strings. Public static void main. Okay, so the first string, suppose string 1 equal to Java. The second string is about programming. Okay, string 3 is all about string 1 plus string 2. Okay, so the resultant string is str3. Okay, so from the first class onwards, whenever we have used this plus operator, you can see from this system.out.println, you can experience or you can relate this concept of plus operator, that this is also one string which is represented as sequence of characters within double quote like this one, and string 3 is also another string. Okay, and plus operator is for concatenation. Now this way you are also displaying the value of integer, character, everything. So you can understand that everything in Java is actually one string. Okay, and you are using this plus operator to concatenate multiple number of strings. Okay, now for this example, let's compile it. Then the resultant string is Java programming. Okay, so this is one way how to concatenate two strings. The easiest concept is using plus operator. Okay, now if you want, you can write str1 dot concat method, you will pass the second string. Okay, so string 4 equal to first string dot concat second string. Clear? And I'm storing the result in string 4 and I'm displaying the value. Done. So next resultant string also I'm getting the result. Okay, so these are two different methods how to concatenate two strings. Yeah, one by using plus operator, another by using concat method. Yeah, now second is coming for immutability. the most important concept that string is immutable. So what is immutable is all about. Now you cannot modify the value or you cannot change the value. Okay, so that means the data or state cannot be changed, but a new string object is created. Now what is the meaning of this? What is immutability? Now you see this particular example. Okay, now in this string I am keeping one value, that is size. Okay, so what will happen? In this memory location, one address will be given to site. Okay, and str is currently pointing to that. Now whenever I am writing str.concat, I am passing the second string. Now one more object will be created. This is one object which is pointed by str. Now one more object is also created with the name, with concatenation value size3. Clear? But str remains or point to the same object. The value of str you are not changing. You are creating another object, but whatever the previous value of str is not going to be changed. This is what immutable. Okay, now you can see the second example. I have created one object. Previously str is pointing to this one. Okay, I am writing str.concat 3, so that means the value will become size3. Okay, and that size3 I am assigning to str. Maybe you are thinking that this particular str is pointing to size3. No, whatever the previous content of str, this object, that we are not changing that one. We are creating another object where I am storing the result, and now str is pointing to this one. But whatever the previous value of str is there, we are unable to change that value. Clear? So the string class object value is immutable. That means you cannot change the content of this one. Okay, so let's see through the example that how it is happening. Okay, so main method, then suppose my first string str1 equal to Java. Okay, the second string str2 equal to programming. Done. So the reference value I am printing. So both the string values, reference value I am printing. Okay, let's check. Okay, so we are printing the values. Now if I write hash code, we are getting the address. Okay, where the reference is created. Clear? Now So instead of creating another string, let me write the result in string 1. Okay. Also, I'm printing the value. Okay. Now you can see. First, I'm printing the value. Value is Java. So what I have written? I have printed the value of str1. Clear? So whenever I'm printing str1, now Java is being displayed. So I am printing the address of str1 where actually str1 reference is created. So I am printing the address, both str1 and str2. After that, I have concatenated the value of str1 and str2. I have stored in str1. Check. I have stored in str1. After that, again I am printing the address of str1. Okay. So as per our concept or whatever we have understood, that whatever the result should come here, the same result should come here, because str1 str1 both are same, because I have declared only once, but the values are coming different. Why? Because string values are immutable. Once you are storing Java in string 1, okay, so what will happen? In one memory location, clear, Java will be stored and str will point to that one. Okay. After concatenation, this will become Java programming. Another object will be created. Okay. And str will point to that one. But this str and this str both are different. Okay. Why? So another object is created in another location and that will be referred by str. Clear? So that's why the address of str1 is changing once the concatenation operation is being done. Okay. So you can see previously str1 address is this one. Now the str1 address is being changing, which is pointing to the concatenated value. Okay. So previously, whatever the address is here, this address is pointed by Java. Now the address is being changed and which is pointing to Java programming. Okay. So you can say that JVM creates another object and stores the concatenated value. Okay, so you are not using any operator to create the string, but you are using assignment operator. Yes or no? You are using assignment operator to store the value. Clear? So after the creating the string object, JVM uses a separate block of memory which is called by string constant point. Clear? Okay. So you can understand that what is actually immutability property is all about. Okay. Now there are several methods are available in string class. Let's write a simple program which will contain multiple number of methods and we'll see the output that how actually string different kinds of methods can be handled. Okay. So these are can be called as object of string class or the string name. Okay. Let's see. We can write methods of string class. Okay. Done. So let's first create string str1 equal to my Java programming. Okay. Similarly, let's create another string using another method. I love Java. Okay. Let's create another by using array. Okay. Now let's convert to third string also. So we'll display the values. So I am printing the second string value. Okay. So before doing any operation, let's first test whether the strings are coming perfectly or not. Okay. So all strings are coming perfectly. Clear? So let's apply different kinds of methods. So one method, I'm using find the length of string. Integer alien equal to str1 length. So I am printing only the length of the first string because the procedure is same for rest of the string. Let's test this one. Yes, coming. Okay. So if we'll calculate the total number of characters here, including space, you will obviously get 19. Clear? Okay. Now moving towards that concatenate. Already you have concatenated the methods. Okay. So concatenate strings. So instead of assigning the values, I'll directly print the values. So I'll add str1 dot concat. Okay. And I'll pass the second string. Okay. Let's check what should be the value. My Java programming. I'm giving space here. So I love Java. Oh, it's concat. Done. Yes, my Java programming space. I love Java. Okay. So we are getting the concatenated string. Done. Now let's extract substring from one string. Clear? So how to extract the substring? Clear? So string substring equal to, then if I want to extract the string from suppose str1, then I'll write substring Okay, so let's say substr. Clear? It's a predefined method substring, but I have to provide the starting character till the last character. Okay, so 0 comma suppose 5 I am writing. So that means what will happen? Okay, so from 0th character till 4th character I'll find the substring. Okay, I write down 0th character to 4th character. Done. Let's print the value. Okay, so 0 to 5th means this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, my jar. Okay, so this should be the output. Let's check. Yes, I'm getting this one. Okay, so this is the method how to extract the substring. Clear? So let's do one more thing. I have to check one string is starting from a particular letter. Okay, so how to check this one? Clear? Now I have to write boolean value equal to, suppose I am writing str2 dot. Clear? And the method is starts with. Okay, let me check the spelling. Starts with. Okay, yes, correct. So my string is not starting with something. So suppose I am starting with I. Okay, suppose I have given that I. Done. So what I'll write? If true will be returned, that means yes, it is starting from I. If it is returning false, that means it is not starting from I. So I'll put the condition here. If value means if true, then I'll put a message system.out.println str2 plus is starting with I. Okay, else I'll put the reverse message str2 is not starting with I or not starting with whatever the message. Clear? So let me check. Oh, okay. So this is what capital W. Java syntax done. Oh, yes. I love is I love Java is starting with I. Clear? Now suppose we'll check with another one. A. Done. We'll change the message also and we'll see whether it's working or not. Compiled. Yes. I love Java is not starting with A. Yeah. So this method starts with, we'll check the starting character. If it will match with this particular character, it will return true. If it will not match, then it will return false. Okay. So according to the value of the Boolean value, then my if or else condition will be true, and accordingly the output I will get. Okay. Similarly, I need to convert to uppercase and lowercase. Okay. So suppose directly I want to write system dot out dot println Okay, uppercase of string 1. What I'll write now, a string name or the string object name dot to U capital upper C capital uppercase. Okay, and I'll put the bracket over here. Okay, similarly, if I'll write lowercase of string 2 equal to string 2 dot to lowercase. Okay, so these are the predefined methods, 2 uppercase and 2 lowercase. So using the string object, if you are calling the method, then it will provide you the corresponding result. Clear? Let's check. Okay, let's check bracket. Done. See, uppercase I have converted everything into uppercase. Lowercase I have converted everything into lowercase. Clear? So multiple number of methods are there how you can find this particular output. Okay, so let's discuss one more important method, the split the strings. Okay, so how to split the string? Now suppose I want to write, yeah, another string, suppose string res, and I am not keeping anything. Okay, so I am keeping a array of string. Done. So I have to write result equal to suppose string 1. Okay, I want to split the string 1. So split is the predefined method. Okay, with respect to what I want to split, with respect to space. So wherever I'll get space, I'll keep the value into the array. Okay, now I'll display the values. Display the values. Okay, from this array value. Okay, so how to display the values? Suppose integer index equal to 0, index less than length, and it's an array length. So remember, bracket is not required. Okay, because this is an array of string, but the concept is array. Clear? So all the words of string 1 I am dividing. So this is my is a single value. Then with respect to space I'll omit. Then Java will be stored. Then programming will be stored. So all these values will be stored sequentially in the array. Okay, by using this split method. So after that, I am printing the string, sorry, resultant array. Okay, so if it is an array, I have to write length only, not the method symbol. Here, then index plus plus. So what I'll print? System dot out dot println res of index. Clear? The values of string array are. Okay, so let's check whether it's working or not. Compiled. Now check. This is my first string. Now with respect to space, I have splitted that one. So mine is one value, Java is another value, and programming is another value. Clear? So by using split method, I have divided all the total string with respect to what? My work. Okay. So this is what the different methods of string are here. Now by using that particular string or string methods, we are finding our work, or whatever the objective we need to fulfill, we are doing that. Clear? So through this video you can operate different kinds of string methods by which you can fulfill your requirement. Okay, so thank you for watching.